This is not what you would expect inside of City Hall. We are talking about 3 separate victims, one of them being a woman who says her wallet was taken from her purse under her desk. When you look inside of this truck, the damage is unimaginable. It's hard to make sense of, but I'll show you how it happened. Come take a look over this way. You see the steel that's on the flatbed of this truck here? Well, it fell off of the truck and into the windshield of this truck here. Only 2.5 miles separates these two communities. That's it. But between them, in many ways, lies a world of a difference. So Davion, who I'm playing catch with here, is playing at Babson. But Representative Cataldo tells me he wants Harlem lacrosse and a lot more public schools because the return on investment is there. A lot of these kids are going to colleges, playing at D1 schools, playing at Ivy League schools, and along the way, building their confidence. Ed, how are you liking Ipswich?
Yeah, loving it. How are you?
Yeah, we're liking it. We're enjoying it. Tell us a little bit about Old Phone.
Old Phone is a song that I wrote after I was in a lawsuit and I had to get my old devices.
I spoke with Martin Luther King Jr. III about his father's mission.
Sometimes we have to step back to move forward.
You talk about taking that step forward. What do you think your father would be doing right now to do that?
Well, first of all, I'd have to say if my father lived, we'd be on a different trajectory.
Well, right now we are joining you from the campus of Brown University, just outside of the School of Engineering. This is where the mass shooting on Saturday afternoon took place. The same shooting that left 2 Brown University students dead and 9 others wounded. Cardi, we all we got, we all we need.
We all we need.
What does it mean?
As a matter of fact, today was a perfect example of that. This stadium was so packed.
Estamos en el FIFA Fan Fest de Boston, donde los fanáticos de Colombia y Panamá celebran a su equipo.
I know it was a tough one out there, Malcolm.
Yeah, I think they know that this is a young quarterback who never really got his footing in this game, Raul.
Antes de que las estrellas del fútbol salgan a jugar, muchos se cortan el pelo con Coco Fernández.
Yo creo que cuando ellos vienen por de mí.
Good evening, Colton and Priscilla. We are joining you from inside of Studio 3. This is where our final word will take place. We know that the life expectancy gap is linked to factors like healthcare, healthy foods, housing, and education. The city is doing its best to close that gap within 10 years. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm public health reporter Malcolm Johnson. But to say that folks here feel peaceful and a little bit more at ease might be an understatement here this evening, Priscilla, because you think about it, this is something that happened over the weekend, and for several days now, they haven't known where this suspect is. We tried to summarize how people are feeling. Take a listen.
That makes us feel really good. It gives us peace.
A sigh of relief after the man who police say is responsible for the mass shooting at Brown University is found dead in Salem, New Hampshire. That shooting killed 2 and wounded 9 others. And authorities say Claudio Manuel Nueves Valente is also a suspect in the shooting death of an MIT professor in Brookline.
Very relieved. It's been a tough 6 days now since everything started on Saturday.
As the community continues to grieve, leaving flowers and candles, we spoke with Brown University students.
It's been a lot of ups and downs, just kind of like hopeful, but then like reflecting on the situation, especially coming back to campus every time. It just kind of hits again and again.
We also spoke with their parents about the sadness endured over the past several days.
I'm too emotional. For me, it's sad as a parent. Can't imagine if something happens to my son.
I just brought flowers here. I was shocked to hear this news that this was happening in this state. I've lived here my entire life, and it's really shocking.
A tragedy leaving the Brown University community in shock, but a glimmer of gratitude now that the suspect has been found.
It's been very tough for everybody, for the students, for the residents here, and for everybody. So we're glad this is over. To put this into context, we spoke with one woman tonight who said that she had been running from work to her car. Every time she went to work, she ran between the two, not knowing if this person was nearby. So everybody here, again, that we've been able to speak with, feels some level of safety now that things have concluded, at least
in the form of a suspect being found. We're live tonight reporting on the campus of Brown University. I'm Malcolm Johnson, NBC 10 Boston.
Malcolm, thank you.
NBC 10's Malcolm Johnson jumped in on the action right as practice was getting underway.
When I first started playing lacrosse in middle school, I wasn't really doing anything like productive. Like Harlem Lacrosse just gave me something to do in the afternoons.
That was a good goal. Nevaeh Martin now plays college lacrosse at the University of Mount St. Vincent, but she started playing with Harlem Lacrosse, a nonprofit that provides leadership training and lacrosse to youth.
I play at Babson right now. We had a pretty good season.
Had you played the sport before?
No. First time I touched the stick was in 6th grade, and I fell in love with it since.
Davion Williams also learned the sport through Harlem Lacrosse.
I wanted to play football. I wasn't good enough, but as soon as I touched lacrosse, I knew it was different. I knew it would bring me on a different path, that I could excel in it.
Tuesday, a Harlem Lacrosse summer clinic brought the sport to hundreds of first-time Laxers.
Coming out here, you can just tell the amount of smiles anywhere you look. Even the kids that were a little defensive had their guard up, maybe were too cool to try something new. Everybody's smiling, everyone's laughing.
I was a special education middle school teacher in Harlem. None of my students had played an organized sport before. We went down with a whistle and a clipboard about 15 years later, and this thing is happening all over the country now.
State Rep Simon Cataldo founded the organization.
What has happened here with the students earning well over $150 million in academic scholarships now?
Everyone enjoy themselves! Making sure our kids have the access for something new, getting them outside the house.
State Rep Chris Worrell wants more inner-city youth to pick up the sport.
Every year, we try to make sure hundreds of kids enjoy themselves playing something that they never played before. You hear the laughter? Oh! You hear the laughter, you hear the craziness. It's amazing.
So Davion, who I'm playing catch with here, is playing at Babson, but Representative Cataldo tells me he wants Harlem Lacrosse and a lot more public schools because the return on investment is there. A lot of these kids are going to colleges, playing at D1 schools, playing at Ivy League schools, and along the way, building their confidence. Reporting in Boston, I'm Malcolm Johnson, NBC 10 Boston.
Those kids have some crazy skills. Apparently, Malcolm, so do you. Thank you so much for that report.
There's a lot of activity here on this Super Bowl Sunday, Priscilla, and what an improbable run it has been for these New England Patriots. As we join you from just outside of the team hotel, shipped in from Boston, we have got a copy of the Boston Globe. It reads, "Old foe, new era." And you know, this new team, very much like the dynasty years, they fit together like a family. Well, Saturday night, they got some time to celebrate with their families and reflect on the season that it's been.
Super Bowl Media Day, got all the families out here having a good time.
Shout out to all the Patriots fans. We appreciate all your love and support. That's nice. Yep. We got the fam in the building, behind the scenes. Check out Good Flicks, all smiles, big day.
The New England Patriots took a moment to soak it all in Saturday, returning to Stanford Stadium one last time ahead of Super Bowl 60. Afterward, the focus shifted from football to family. Players, coaches, and loved ones filling the field.
How'd you do?
Did great. And I smiled for my mom.
To appreciate where they are, it takes looking at where they've been.
When I got here, okay, and what my goal was, it was to build a program that you guys and the coaches and the staff wanted to be a part of, that they wanted to protect, and that you were proud of it.
They lost their first game.
Left side, he's in.
Won their second.
Fumble fest is the way that you described it.
And lost their third.
There's going to be some ups and downs, but that's the whole goal of what we're trying to do.
What they did was win 10 games straight.
What a game for New England.
Win the AFC Championship. Celebrate with Cardi.
Hey, Cardi, we all we got. We all we need.
We all we need.
Get some Kendall Jenner support and return to the stage they've been to 11 times, with plans of securing a 7th Lombardi trophy.
That's a wrap on Picture Day. Thank you.
All right, so that is a wrap on Picture Day, and talk about a moment that these Patriots are in. The stage is fully set. You've got old rivals, big stakes, Patriots and Seahawks, and history hanging in the balance as the Pats go after their 7th Super Bowl title. We are reporting just outside their team hotel in Santa Clara. Priscilla, Raul, we'll send it back to you.
NBC 10 public health reporter Malcolm Johnson is on it.
Boston, a city rich in resources, has many sides. Take the brownstones of Back Bay and the diverse, dynamic, historic neighborhood of Roxbury, for example.
Only 2.5 miles separates these two communities. That's it. But between them, in many ways, lies a world of a difference.
Between the two, a 23-year life expectancy difference, according to the Boston Public Health Commission.
A lot of people have less stress, eating habits. We should all have the same. Like, don't you want your friends to have long life? But it's not the situation, sadly.
And the life expectancy gap doesn't just pertain to Roxbury.
It's really these social determinants of health, these issues around education, around economic status, also around housing and transportation in the built environment. That's really what's determining life expectancy.
Dr. Bisola Ojikudu is Boston's public health commissioner.
They begin when we look at social determinants of health, like economic status, like our housing status, like education, like the built environment or where we play. This is what determines our life expectancy.
Many, focused on day-to-day difficulties, end up making detrimental health trade-offs.
Those trade-offs might be, okay, either I go pick up my medications or I pay my electricity bill. It may be that, oh, I go and buy more nutritious food, or, I pay my rent on time.
The Public Health Commission is looking to close the life expectancy gap by 2035. Atria's Health Equity Foundation is helping fund the generational change by investing $10 million to community partners.
Force people to de-silo, to work together, to collaborate, to partner.
We're looking at the falls.
One of those partners is Community Builders.
Everyone who calls Boston home deserves an opportunity for a long, healthy life. So for us, that starts with stable, affordable housing.
The organization has been providing affordable housing for over 60 years.
When you have a healthy home and rent you can afford, you've got the time and the energy to think about a better job, to think about going back to school, to think about what's for dinner. We understand that housing is healthcare, that a long, healthy life starts with healthy housing that you can afford.
And it's affording a longer, healthier life for all of Boston. That remains the mission.
It's really about the people who are in our lives. It's not about other people. It's truly about our families. It's truly about those people who we care about.
So we know that the life expectancy gap is linked to factors like healthcare, healthy foods, housing, and education. The city is doing its best to close that gap within 10 years. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm public health reporter Malcolm Johnson.